Eugene, again, coming in saying, speaking of the art, it feels that the last WoW expansions that had consistently good music, full tracks, new and updated, leitmotifs and ambience, was WoD. After that, it's just occasional leitmotifs, Anduin's theme, and Zinishari ambient. The rest is a bit generic. It's sort of hard for me to answer that question well, because so much of my experience in this expansion has been doing world quests mindlessly while listening to something else, so no in-game sounds, or in Castle Nathria having a blast with how it looks and feels. So yeah, I will say that musically one of my favorite expansions is actually Outland, and it's because it's not big bombastic tracks.
Yeah, it's very, very experimental.
So Outland is a bit experimental. It's full of ambient stuff, and I love how that works. But I feel like it's not as marketable, or not as big hype.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's no Gachi Hyper.
Yes,
Gachi Pog.
Gachi Hyper,
Is
yes,
there a Gachi
Gachi,
Pog?
yes.
But there's no. I don't know.
I'm sure Ray will jump one in chat.
Yes, I don't know how Twitch works or Twitch culture at all, basically.
Yeah,
but it's like it's not going to give you that bit if when you come down from is it boss 2 to boss 3 in Siege of Borealis and the music goes really big. I think they're great at music. I think that there's just times I wish they'd calm us down a little bit. Yeah. It's hard to say.
Yeah, I do wish they would take a little bit of try to be a little bit more experimental in places, because I know I've been the Shadowbringers music's been blowing me out of the water recently as I've been playing through, and it's literally just it's because it's so drastically different.
Yeah,
consistently you walk into a boss room and you're like, what's happening in my ears? Holy shit! Oh, okay, I've adjusted. Cool.
It's the thing with leitmotifs where I really like leitmotifs, and it's take Battlestar Galactica. That's a funny one because they actually, I think it was Richard Gibbs who started off, and Ben McCreary was working underneath him in the audio side. But they initially started that off wanting to make a general sound and vibe and not to rely on leitmotifs. And then Bear got on it, and after season 1 of that show, they started going way more leitmotifs, and I think through that developed one of the best soundtracks in all of television ever, almost bar none. I would say Battlestar Galactica has got just the best music. It is so fucking good, and leitmotifs essentially executed perfectly, and you're even getting the the leitmotifs interweaving with each other in interesting ways based on the character dynamics as they're. It just great. All that shit totally nailed. I think so I really do like that. I mean, hey, I love Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings in a way is like a music video. I mean, how many movies have a almost always on consistent soundtrack?
Yeah.
It's impressive stuff.
Really is.
Where I feel like it suffers with WoW is that Anduin leitmotif. We can only do it so many times.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff in and around the Sarfang stuff, it's play motif to execute audience feeling is sometimes how it feels. So I think there we just, I don't know, maybe more subtlety or something. There's a little bit of me that honestly feels like we lost something whenever Blizzard fired Russell Brower.
I've been going through a lot of...
Was he fired?
I can't remember.
No, I remember him tweeting saying, "Oh yeah, I no longer have a job at Blizzard." So
it seemed to be a bit
yeah, I don't know what was going on. I heard some explanation that it was because they changed their approach to how music was done from a production perspective. New Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, no, I have been going through a lot of the older stuff for trying to get background music for this, trying to get background music for other stuff I'm working on. And I've just been all this old stuff is actually I've not been comparing it to newer stuff, but I've just been going through the original copy and man, this shit is all fantastic.
Yeah, if you want to execute in a mood and a vibe, I mean, say TBC Terracore Forest. It's just so incredible and moody. It captures what happened to that place very well. Generally, the Outland is such a good soundtrack.